Hey, it's Sarah Love. Hi. How are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're feeling good today. How are you doing? Take a deep breath. You're alive, and that is awesome. You are alive. I'm alive. This is no small thing. So, take a breath. If you can, put your hand on your heart. Let out a nice sigh on your exhale and say, I love you to yourself. I love you. I love you. Because you are worthy. You are alive. And it's a pretty amazing thing. There's only one you. So no one else can do the job. No one else can be you. So it's time to be a little more grateful today for yourself. You're rocking it. I don't know what 2018 has started out for you, but it was really nice for me to take about 6 days off. And truth be told, I was not completely unplugged. It's so difficult, I realized, of course, as we know. Usually I can unplug a lot when I go away, like go on vacation or go remove myself and go somewhere. And then I can unplug and be aware and be totally in the moment and not even think about it. But being home and having a little staycation, it was harder to stay completely off the screens and unplug. So that was one awareness that I had. I want to get better at it. My goal, my intention is to spend more time off the screens. And I just remember when I first got my cell phone way back. I'm not an early adopter of technology. This may surprise you. But I had all these rules when I first got my cell phone, and I was like, okay, I will never look at my phone in the presence of another human being because human interaction is the most important thing, and I will be totally present for that, and all these things. And that is not how we live anymore, right? These robots, these gadgets are so much of our lives, and it's pretty intense. So I had a lot of awareness around my own addiction, just calling it what it is, and how much I love to be unplugged, like how much creativity I have, how much rest that I needed, and how difficult it is. And the difference between me going on a vacation and unplugging when I'm like, oh, that's easy, I can totally do that, from being home and completely distancing myself from my phone and my computer. It was weird. My husband was very helpful. He kept reminding me if he'd see me checking my email and stuff. So that was good. It's good to have a buddy. It's good to have a buddy that he was gentle because he knew, but he also was like, hey, what are you doing? So that was helpful. And it was great because I did have days where I painted a lot. I had lunches with friends and dinners and did fun things like that where I really I didn't think about my phone and I didn't really care about what was going on. So I recommend, it's funny because I'm talking to you on Facebook right now, but I recommend for us all to have a little more distance between our gadgets, especially as adults, because of course kids are watching our behavior all the time, and they're growing up in a world that is completely about screens, all the time. So it's good to set a good example. It's also just healthy, it's like I'm not saying anything that you don't already know about my internet detox, because it's healthy to just be. It's healthy to just be with yourself. It's healthy to not have, we don't even know what these screens are doing to our eyeballs and our brains, of course. So we know that it's actually physically healthy to take distance from our gadgets, but it's also mentally, emotionally healthy as well. So I encourage you, my new thing, I think, is going to be having Sundays off, to where I'm unplugged 1 day a week, and that will create a little more balance, and also having more, more discipline in just not needing to check in all the time. There's just this there's FOMO, and there's me is like, I want to love you. Like, I want to show up on Facebook and like love your post and like tell you that I'm loving you. And so I have this story in my head that I need to show up and contribute. So that's the other thing, is the awareness that I have is that if you are on social media, contribute something. Like, it's easy just to scroll around and look at stuff and have our own internal stuff going on about whose life looks amazing, and or all the political stuff, and we're just getting driven crazy. It's also, I think, an act of a revolutionary to not be plugged in all the time, because if you don't know me, you may not know that I'm a little bit of a conspiracy believer. And there's some mind control going on, okay? And if you want to like have your own thoughts and have your own awareness, then unplug a little bit more, like just incrementally. It's like doing a diet. I'm not really heroic with my cleansing anymore, and my eliminating all kinds of things and going on a master cleanse or something. I like to just cut out the things I know are bad, like have a break from sugar, have a break from alcohol or something, and just like really take time out. And that, I think, is true for technology. Just a little bit of distance, just literally like arm's length to where you can't reach your phone, I think is healthy. So that is my report. I'm just coming back today, so I'm gonna think about more. I've also decided that Fridays are gonna be my creative days, to where I really unplug and I work on stuff. And as an artist, it's insane how little art that I do, because I'm running a business online. Like, what is that about? I want to do more art. I want to make more art. That's what I'm here to do, is to uplift and inspire you through my art. And it makes me happy to make it. So why don't I make it more often? These are the things. My energy is so up that I'm bursting out my headphones. So think about all that. And as always, love the crap out of yourself, whatever choices you make and decisions. Be nice, be kind to yourself, because that is what is needed the most, so that we can be aware and we can be kind to others, because that's how it works. When we feel love in our hearts, it ripples out. So a couple of exciting things to share from my hiatus from the internet. Some creativity definitely emerging because of less distractions. One awesome thing is that the calendars are going on sale today. So yay, it is 33% off calendar time. And while supplies last, I want these remaining calendars to find their homes and uplift people. Maybe people that need love and daily inspiration. So istandforlove.com. You'll find the calendar there. Everything's on sale. Sale. And they make great Valentines. So if you're already thinking about spreading lots of love, which is a great thing to do on this love day that we've created, it's not about couples. It's not about relationships. It's about love, and you can spread love to your peeps by sending them calendars, and they're on sale. And I also have postcards, which are really fun for Valentine's Day, but we'll talk about that as we get closer. I just wanted you to know that today is the first day of the sale. Yeah. So yay for love. And if you're not getting the daily love in your inbox, the message of the day of the calendar is coming every day to your inbox. If you want it, you can go to istandforlove.com and you'll see a place to sign up for that too. It's totally free. I'm expanding my offerings by writing. Every day has this message, right? And then I am taking the message and I'm writing a longer message about it. So instead of just this little nugget, which are great, you also get kind of a paragraph more in your email. Very short and sweet, but also a little more in depth than just the message itself. So I would love for you to get those emails. I want people to be uplifted. I want to be a contributor to the good vibrations. So you and I can join forces and spread the love really easily with calendars and emails and stuff like that, because it really is daily. You know, as I dig deeper into my own process of where I started out just as a teenager, so insecure and just like hating myself and hating my body and comparing myself to everyone else and feeling horrible and being very susceptible to peer pressure and all kinds of stuff, I realized that along the way of loving and self-love and turning my crap into self-love gold, the alchemy of self-love is about repetition. It is not just like, I mean, we can have epiphanies and we can, you know, definitely have breakthroughs in our lives. That happens. And daily messages of positivity and affirming your awesomeness and encouraging your beauty is so important, because the negativity that is all around us didn't just happen one time. You know, it's not like one negative thing happened that caused all of our self-loathing in our lives. It was repetition, and it's still happening all the time in the media, in our own heads, because those messages were over and over and over again from the time we were little kids. And that's what's kind of the whole problem in the bigger world right now, is that we have these deeply rooted messages of separation, negativity, racism, sexism, all of this stuff. And it wasn't just one day that somebody said something and then it like made this deep impact. It has been on and on and on through generations and generations and generations. So to undo that, which I feel like is our charge right now as humanity, like we are on the brink, we can undo it. But it's not just about eradicating the hatred, it's about creating the love, right? Because it's like in our own heads, if you have thoughts, you have negative thoughts, fear, anxiety, you can't just make it go away. It's not like you just sweep it away. You have to replace it with something. Your mind wants to do something. So give it something to do, which is fill it with love, right? Tell it positive things. Tell it constructive things. Tell it new stories. And these new stories will finally create the ruts in your brain that the wheels will go down. You can tell I'm like an educated scientist, right? No, my language is that of like simplicity, because that's the way that I have to understand it. It's like we have an opportunity. We are alive right now. We have this opportunity to be alive. And so all of the negativity that's been dumped on us over and over again, the way to heal that is we have to dump on the love. You can't just have like one happy moment and expect to just be, you know, everything's great and now I feel great about myself. You know, it's daily. Every day we've got to love ourselves up, and then we got to spread that love out and have courage to keep going for it, because these are rooted, the negativity and the craziness that we're seeing outside of us is also inside of us, and it got there because of repetition from generations, from our structures in our family, from our different messages, and from the media, of course. So that was another really great thing about unplugging for a week, and I highly recommend it, is that although I still heard about things that were going on in the world. It's not like I fell off a cliff and didn't hear about things or was unaware, because sometimes that's the fear of unplugging, of like, oh no, I have to stay informed. Don't worry, you will be informed of what you need to know. But the constant crap that we're being fed, I mean, this is a really bad epidemic right now in our time, is that we are not getting facts anywhere. Like, no matter what side you're on politically, we're all being lied to, and we're all being reinforced on social media through the echo chambers of what we believe and the algorithms. Anyway, I don't want to just get off on that track, because I think you know what I'm talking about. And a revolutionary act is to unplug yourself, whether it's an hour, whether it's, a day, 1 day a week, whether it's take a month off and just see who you are. Remember who you are without social media and without the gadgets and without the screens. It's kind of amazing. It was amazing for me to know how addicted I truly am when I tried to step away. So I highly recommend it as an experiment and as a way to quiet your mind, figure out who you are. And these gadgets aren't really helping us with that. So, okay, I told you about the sale. Usually I just freeform this whole thing, but I'm trying to remember the important things I wanted to tell you today. Yeah, those calendars are on sale. Yay. Postcards too. Oh my gosh. Okay, this isn't ready. This isn't quite ready yet. Next week I'll tell you more about this. But I have an invitation coming up to women only. And it's called The Butterfly Journey. And I will tell you more about that next week. And I'll send out a newsletter about it because this is something that came really clear out of my week off of internets. It's time. It's time for me to guide a little bit better with what I've been through in my self-love process and how I've grown my wings. I'm going to be opening the door to something that I can share about more. But just if that feels interesting to you, just stay tuned. It's going to be magic. It's going to be a lot about magic. It's going to be a lot about creativity. And it's going to be 100% about self-love, like 1,000%. So I'm formulating that more. It's like the combination of an in-person session that I used to do. I used to see clients like hands-on. And then I also turned that into an online one-on-one thing that I would do. And now it's going to be a little bit of a sacred group circle thing. So I'll let you know more about that. But I'm really, really excited. Things are just becoming clear. And I wanted to just jump on here today and say I'm back. I'm going to be taking more time off, but I'm also going to be more intentional with what I share and just really be here to serve. Because if you're on social media, please contribute to the noise in a loving way instead of just being a spectator. We need you. We need your voice. We need your beauty. We need your unique energy, your radiance. You're here. You're alive. And that's no small thing. Oh my gosh. It's so important. I love you. So istandforlove.com. Find out more about me and connect with me. There's some really great free offerings there that you can get. My self-love alchemy packet. You can get the daily messages coming to your inbox. You can get some fun stuff. So istandforlove.com. I am Sarah Love, and I love you. I will see you soon. Thank you. Mwah.